guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, going to be talking about grappling. Now, before we do, just a quick word on my sponsor. So, Simplified Debt. Simplified Debt are a company that helps people that are maybe struggling financially. So, what they can do is offer various different options when it does come to debt solutions. So, anybody that is struggling or even looking for some help and advice, then definitely hit these guys up. The number and website is across the bottom of the screen. So if you do contact them, just quote the MMA UK BJJ show or mention Stoomboy. And as I say, they'll know exactly where you're coming from. Now, going to be talking about SGI 11. So SGI is returning. As I say, we've not seen it for a while. Obviously, unfortunately, circumstances last year meant obviously a couple of the shows had to be cancelled. But we're going to be back, and we're back with an absolute bang. As I say, the unbelievable card from start to finish. And we've got a bit of both. We've got gi and no gi as always. So everybody knows I love my gi. So I'm looking forward definitely to all the matches, but specifically the gi matches. Now, it's going to be at the usual place, Maryhill Community Hall. That's this Saturday, 22nd of April. Now, ticket availability, head over to the Scottish Grappling Facebook page and you will get all the ticket details through there. I don't know about pay-per-view. I don't think there's pay-per-view on this one, but we'll find out obviously a little bit closer to the time. But yeah, make sure you're in attendance with us because there's nothing like an SGI night. Now, my next guest then is going to be on the show that night. So Alan Johnstone, Ronin Grappling. Now, I've been fortunate. I've got to train with Alan over the years. Absolute brilliant training partner. Really, really good training partner. Games come on leaps and bounds since moving over to Ronin. As I said, he was always good. He was always good, strong, good technical ability. But since going to Ronin, as I say, that game's definitely stepped up. So we're going to see some fireworks definitely on Saturday night at SGI. So, Alan, listen, absolute pleasure, brother. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me.
No problem, Stoom, and thanks for the introduction there. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Listen, I'd say I've always, I mean, me and you've trained together. I remember we went to the Damien Maya seminar. We were teamed up there as well. So it's always brilliant seeing you. It's always brilliant catching up with you, as you know.
Aye. And funnily enough, you're saying about competition. I can remember my first competition. I think I was only training for a couple of months, and it stood out to me. I mean, I lost, but what stood out to me was it was you and was it Andy?
Andy Baker.
Andy Baker.
Yeah.
At the sidelines, you know what I mean, shouting instructions from do this, do that. I mean, I didn't know anything at the time, but I was like, I could hear you guys.
Yeah.
And I was following the instructions, and aye, man, good times.
Well, instructions must have been terrible, mate, if you lost. So you must have been
well, to be fair,
oh,
I think I'd done about 10 classes or something at the time, but it was a good buzz anyway.
Yeah, I remember that. Obviously because I remember we were talking before the comp, and do you know what I mean? And I remember you going in and be like, right, okay, what to expect? And like, just go out, man, and have fun, go out and enjoy yourself. And that's something that you've always tried to do. You've always, don't get me wrong, there's a serious element to competition, as we know, but at the same time, it's all about having fun. It's all about, do you know what I mean, going out there and enjoying the moment that you're in.
Oh, I love it. It's some buzz.
Yeah,
that's the best way to describe it. You know, you get the butterflies, you get the adrenaline. There's nothing like it. Do you know what I mean? And as you say, do you know what I mean? You win, you learn. You win or you learn type of thing. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter what the result is. I always feel after a comp you can level up. Do you know what I mean? And then even if it is a loss. Do you know what I mean? You look right, I got stuck in close guard, I need to work on my close guard escapes, or even if you won and say you went for a choke or something like that, didn't quite get it, right, why did I not get it, right, I work on that, and you know, bit by bit, you can piece it together.
Yeah. And that's a good thing. I mean, that's why because a lot of people do comps, and as you said, it's reevaluating. So, because obviously people have got video and you can watch back the video and say, well, even though I won, where did I go wrong? Do you know what I mean? What did I do? And maybe not went wrong, but what could I have tightened up on? As you said, it could be a submission attempt, it could be potential takedowns, passing guards, or whatever. So, what can I do to improve for the next time that I step out? So it's always a learning. You could be in this game for 100 years, and you're always going to be learning something.
That's what I love about it. Do you know what I mean? Aye, as you say, there's always something to add to it, and aye, so that's just what I've been kind of doing. Do you know what I mean? Adding to it bit by bit and comp by comp. So
Yeah,
aye,
yeah,
and since I started, I can mind watching. At the time, Giles was doing a lot of the reffing
yeah,
at SGI and what have you, and I can remember watching the matches and I might be on that at one point. So aye,
yeah, yeah. Tell me,
buzzing.
Giles. Giles is definitely the best referee I
Aye.
have ever seen in any competition. And I've been to competitions all over the world, and do you know what I mean, all over the UK, Europe, and stuff like that. And as I said, I have never seen a more passionate referee than Giles Garcia.
Oh, he's in about it. I mean, he's almost in the action. But he's like that when he's coaching as well. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So,
yeah, nah,
um, he's amazing, man.
yeah, definitely a big shout out to the Scottish Yoda, Giles Garcia. So, tell us about Ronin then. Obviously, how's everything going at Ronin at the moment? How's your training going?
Oh, great. Getting in as much as I can. I love it. Do you know what I mean? We've got a solid squad. We've got OGs like myself. You've got you see some of the young team that are coming up.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
yeah,
A few of the guys, we Dan, Nate. I'd be here all day. Do you know what I mean? Listing
yeah,
names, but keep a wee eye out for them. They're coming up, and aye, it's been tremendous, mate. So we've got a good, solid coaching staff in now. Cami, Panther, Martin, Richard, Christiana as well. She's doing her thing. So aye, mate, it's aye,
yeah,
there's something on every day. You know what I mean? No matter what time. So aye,
yeah, yeah.
whenever I can get in, I'm there.
Yeah, it's a great place. As I've been fortunate, been over a couple of times. I remember, I think the last time I was over was the Dan Strauss seminar,
Mm.
and obviously got some great tips, obviously from Dan Strauss. I always wound Dan Strauss up because I was like, he couldn't guillotine me, and I'm like, you're not guillotine, and he tried it once and he couldn't get it because I tucked my neck in, right, and then we got the picture at Ronin where I let him. Well, when I say I let him, he would obviously, if he went for the guillotine, he would get it, right? So, but we got the picture of him having me in a guillotine, like, yes. So, but that was awesome. I mean, and that's something that Ronin does, is puts on some amazing seminars.
The best seminars about by
Yeah,
far. Actually, this weekend we've got Preet
yeah,
Mikkelsen coming back out again. I'll not make it, but I was at the last one, and aye, unbelievable. In fact, I got around him.
yeah,
Oh, just different level altogether. Do you know what I mean? He let me get side control with like
yeah.
the underhook and all that, and I'm like, oh great. Next time I'm getting rolled over. Like, what just happened there? But aye, as you say, we've got that. John Thomas coming up. We've Fionn. I
Yeah,
think they're coming back. She's been twice and that. So
yeah,
aye.
yeah. Nah, they always put on great seminars. Obviously, Rosa Walsh as well.
Mm,
Rosa came over,
aye.
and
Rosa.
Rosa's definitely probably, I would say, one of the best female brown belts on the planet at the moment. As I say, doing some great things. So, so yeah, always great seminars. Anybody that, if you see seminars coming up at Ronin, then definitely hit them up for a spot, because as I say, some really great people, great things that you'll learn as well, and that you'll be able to use, because you know yourself. I mean, we've been to seminars where we've we've went to a seminar and you've been like, well, maybe this isn't what I would do. No, like
Mm.
trying to show a super heavyweight or a heavyweight how to do berimbolos and inverted stuff. It doesn't work for us. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, definitely the seminars they put on at Ronin, I say definitely everybody can take something from it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. What about SGI then? So how did you find out you were going to be on the show on Saturday?
Well, as I say, it was something I always thought I'd like to do at one point, and
Yeah,
then a few weeks ago, Giles had put a message saying SGI is coming up, MD game. I was like, aye, definitely. And I say, I believe I had an opponent set for GB, and then I don't know, I think the boy got injured, and then it
yeah,
got swapped. So
yeah,
it's all good. Do you know what I mean? I know Gav. I've competed against him before and that, so I know it's going to be a good match,
yeah, yeah,
definitely. So entertaining for everybody watching, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and the gi as well, man. As I said, it's in a gi match. So as I say, definitely one that I'll be sitting there because I love. Don't get me wrong, I love both gi and no gi. But as I say, because I'm a gi guy myself, I love seeing it like the lapel grabs and do you know what I mean trouser grips and do you know what I mean lapel chokes and stuff like that. So
I'm the same. I mean, I do both, but I'd say I'm a gi guy at heart,
yeah,
definitely. And I was actually doing a lot of no gi towards the end of last year, and then when I went back to the gi, just like, oh, this is great. You know what I mean? You've got these handles to grab, and do you know what I mean? So I'm kind of doubling down on the gi at the minute.
yeah, yeah.
Really enjoying it.
Yeah. It's good as well, SGI. I mean, you've been there before. You've been in attendance, you've watched it and stuff like that. Yeah. So
Aye.
you'll know, I mean, obviously coming out, obviously it's getting better and better in regards to the production as time goes on. So and then that it's just when your music kicks in and that walk down the stairs onto the mat and yeah, here we go,
Oh,
man.
mate, I can't wait. I'm really excited for it. As you say, the first one I saw live was won on Livesay, won the tournament.
The 8-man tournament,
And
yeah,
that was, see, be honest, that was the first I'd heard him really. And
yeah.
I can mind that, like, we were sitting at the side, and he just walked past us, and we're like, who's this guy? And
Machine man. It's
aye,
a
like,
machine that walked past.
aye, gorilla. Do you know what I mean? Like, who is this dude? And aye, and then after that, he just went from strength to strength. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
um,
Owens, yeah. I mean, he when he come in that 8-man tournament, because obviously he had his first match, won the first match, and then goes up against Mark McQueen, and then obviously everybody that was there was like, yeah, Mark McQueen's going to win this, right?
mm,
So because obviously I think he outweighed Owen by what 30 or 40 kilos, right? So and then Mark didn't do, and this is the thing, right? Because obviously it's like, yeah, he lost, but Mark, as we all seen, didn't do anything wrong in that match. It's just Owen's counter. He's using his judo, his counter
oh,
throws and
amazing.
counter attacks were just fucking second to none, and you just couldn't believe it.
Mm. Aye, but I saw that one, and I think they done the, was it Four Nations or something like that? I was
Yeah,
at that one as well, and aye, so every time I've been, there's been tremendous matches on. So
yeah,
hopefully it'll be the same this weekend. And
yeah.
aye,
Will be the two big tournaments, as the under 70 and the under 90 kilo tournaments. So the under 90 is fire, mate. Honestly, this is going to. I mean, you're talking about what Cal Pacino, Luke Johnson. I mean, they've done a few change ups on it, but there's a lot of big names in this under 90 kilo tournament. So
to be honest, I didn't even realise that.
yeah, yeah. So
Aye,
they've brought it. I mean, they say they've put it together, and it looks like a really good tournament. I'd say so. Both the 70, under 70, under 90. Josh Williams going to be there in the under 70. Shawnee Stewart and all that. So yeah, there's going to be fireworks from start to finish, from the off. As I said, I think it kicks off about. The doors open about 4, I believe, and then the first matchups are on about 5. So, man, I think it goes on till about 10, something like that. So it'll be a good night, man. It'll be a really good night. You're on. Where are you on? You're on.
kind of like the middle.
Yeah,
I think they've got the first lot, and then it's an interval, and then I think I'm 2 or 3 after the interval, something like
yeah, yeah.
that. The first one.
So you'll be able to
But
assess some of the first ones, and then obviously the later ones as well.
I'm really looking forward to it. And then we've got a few folk for Ronin representing. So
Yeah,
I think Kim's on first, then Shamey, then I think it's myself, then Chris, and then Ross.
yeah,
So, and Hillbilly was meant to be on it, but he ended up getting injured. I'm sure he'll be back. Do
yeah,
you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to my match, definitely, but I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of the team
yeah.
doing their thing.
Yeah, definitely. Ronan well represented on Saturday night. So I said, look out for Ronan as well. I mean, Ronan, I see you guys have been around for a while. But I mean, see the games that some of these, especially the smaller ones. I mean, I always call Giles like the human backpack because Giles will jump on your back. He's done it to you as well. Right?
Oh,
Where he'll jump on your back and he'll just have his head tucked in, right beside you, and he always does it with me. He whispers in my ear and all that, talks to me as he's doing stuff, and then the next minute he's choking you. You're like, what? How's this even possible? You weigh, I don't know, he weighs about as much as a bag of crisps. Do you know what I mean? But
Generally, that's how I spent like my first 2-3 years of training. Was just Giles on my back.
yeah,
Like, I've heard you saying about the Scottish Yoda. You mind
yeah,
in Star Wars where they had Yoda on his back
yeah.
carrying him? That was me. You know what I mean? But unreal,
Oh,
mate.
he's awesome, man. Giles is awesome. Giles is going to be there as well, so obviously I'm presuming he'll be cornering the guys as well. So you'll see some very passionate cornering. Again, we talk about being a referee, a passionate referee, but as a corner man, as I say, you'll not hear anything like it at all. As I say, he's very passionate, and he's very passionate for his people as well, because he obviously wants you guys to go out there and win or lose, as I said, go out there and again just enjoy the moment.
100%. And the first comp I ever done under Ronin was doing in, where was it, Durham, and
Yeah.
I think it was King of the North or something like that. And he actually drove. I went down and got a hotel the night before and all that. He drove 3 hours or whatever it was.
Wow.
Came down, cornered me, and then I was the only guy that was competing that day. Do you know what I mean? And he drove 3 hours back up the road. He's
Yeah.
second to none, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for them to be better in my corner.
Yeah. So it's going to be great to see Giles as well on Saturday night. So, Aaron, what's next then? So obviously SGI main focus. What would you like to see yourself doing for the rest of the year?
Well, I was thinking about I think Scottish Grappling have one in June or something like that, but we're going to Disneyland. I think it's that day or the day before or something like that, I can't mind. So I need to miss that. So I'm really looking at potentially Grappling Industries in August, but I definitely want to do that Masters.
Yeah.
I've got my eye on that. So don't know. SGI is the main focus. Have a good summer on that, and then get back in towards the autumn. You know.
Yeah, that National Masters is going to be good because that's the one down in Hereford.
Hereford, that's it.
Yeah, so there's quite a lot of people going from Scotland, a lot of us old fogies. So
Invasion.
we're invading, man. It's going to be like just a pensioners' day out, man. We're all going to head down, but there's a lot going, man. I mean, there's obviously they're doing the open mats and stuff like that. They've got one in Dundee on Sunday, and then they're going to have one in Glasgow, and then so I think they're going to go between Dundee and Glasgow. So everybody's covered. Obviously, anybody on the East Coast can go to anybody from anywhere in Scotland could go to the Dundee one, but it'll probably be more East Coast people that will turn up for that, and then the Glasgow one will be mostly the West Coast people. So, but there's a lot of gyms. I mean, all the way from like Oban MMA, all the way down. You're talking about people from higher level. What Origins, HMAC, obviously BJJ, you guys. So yeah, Grip House. So there's going to be a lot of Scots, but we're not here to take part, man. We're here to take
over.
So yeah, September time is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be good to see. I love it. I mean, I love, and you know, I love this, man. Where anybody from Scotland is competing in anything, then I'm always 100% behind it, and to be a part of it as well is going to be brilliant.
Oh, are you competing as well?
Competing as well, yeah. I got my name.
Nice one.
So I'm going to be competing, and it's in the gi, right? So So I'm in. I'm under 94. I'll be under 94 for it. So under 94, Master 4.
Master 4.
Mate, that's you're talking about anybody from what 46 to 50-year-old. So I'm in with really old guys, man. Really old guys.
Well, I just hit Master 2 this year, so I'm creeping up myself, man.
Listen, I'm only a couple of years away from Master 5. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to keep going until I don't know, until I can't. Right. So we'll see how far up in them Masters I can actually get. So.
That's it, man. Ride it till the wheels fall off.
Ride it till the wheels fall. Well, one wheel's already fell off, so I've not got many wheels left, Alan. So, but it's going to be great. September's going to be absolutely brilliant. So, final thing for you then, Alan. Obviously, you've been in the game for a while. Again, I mean, we talked about people that you train with currently, and even people that you train with in the past. I mean, you've had some amazing training partners over the years, but anybody you want to shout out in particular, any friends, family members, teammates, anything like that?
Well, I first and foremost, obviously, need to shout out my amazing wife, Lisa, who without her, none of this would be possible.
Yeah.
My kids, Jack and Anna, and then at the club, obviously Giles, the main man, all the coaches, and then obviously the troops, Chris, the other Chris, Big Jim, Darren. Mate, I'll
Yeah.
be here all day. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
just everybody at the club. Appreciate the time you give me on the mat. Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. You know what I mean? But it's all good, man. And
Yeah.
it's just everybody at Ronin, man. It's a great team, great environment, and mate, like, I just can't wait.
Yeah. I'd say it definitely is. I mean, as the few times that I've been over to Ronin, obviously very, very welcoming. As I said, as long as you're not a dick, right? But it's the same in most gyms. If you're a dick, you don't get in. And as I say, Ronin's very, very kind of strict on that. So if you're walking in the door with an ego, just don't bother going up them stairs, man. Just
Aye.
turn around
Way
and go
back
home,
down.
man. Yeah. So, but yeah, definitely hit up Ronin. As I hit up Giles, Garcia, if you're in the area. Get some awesome training with these guys. They do open mats and so on. Obviously, classes every day of the week. They've got the sauna as well. Giles was telling me about the sauna. The sauna's usually turned on half an hour before the class starts, so it's ready for anybody that wants to jump in the sauna as well. So
Nothing like it, mate. Open mat for an hour and a half, and then a sauna, and
yeah. So,
unreal.
but definitely hit them up. I'd say hit them up. And look out for the seminars as well. I'd say they're some really, really awesome seminars. So, so there we go, guys. We're going to have Alan Johnston, Ronin Grappling. Going to be heading over to SGI 11. That's this Saturday, the 22nd of April. Now, ticket availability, as they head over to the Scottish Grappling Facebook page, and you will get all the tickets through Eventbrite. So that's Maryhill Community Hall, so the home of SGI. So, Alan, looking forward to seeing you as always, brother.
You too, man.
All
Thanks
right,
for having me, Stoomboy.
always. But listen, it's been, I don't know why I've left it so long to have you on. Do you know what I mean? You should have been on this every other week. Do you know what I mean? So, but I know me and you could chat forever about stuff. So, but no, listen, enjoy the rest of your training. And yeah, I'll see you on Saturday night. I'm doing the winners interviews after it, so
Well.
we'll
Hopefully, we're getting a
see
wee interview with you after it. And
definitely, brother. But listen, enjoy the rest of your night. We'll speak soon. All right.
aye,
Take care.
Cheers, Stoom.
Bye bye.
See you later, mate.